Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who the Hell Asked. I'm Byron alongside Slade.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
It's going good. We got some light topics, but kind of some interesting ones for this week. So let's kick it off with Epic Games acquiring another developer. That's right.
Yep,
Epic.
Epic Games acquired Harmonix, the most well known for the makers of Rock Band.
Yep. Yep. So they have been acquired. And here are some brief FAQs. What does this mean for Rock Band? Nothing. We'll continue doing our thing. What does it mean for rival seasons? We're still going. Fuser, same thing. Does this mean more Rock Band instruments? And they said, basically, fuck off. No. Which, good. But here is the big one that some people were talking about. What will the Harmonix team work on next? Our team will work with Epic to create musical journeys and gameplay for Fortnite.
Oh boy.
Yep. So, like we talked about, God, is it half a year ago at this point? The whole Activision, like everybody on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting very similar vibes. It's like, Epic is sending a Harmonix to the Fortnite dungeon.
It seems so. Now what does that mean, musical journeys and gameplay for Fortnite? Did that mean we
What?
get, like, rock play or rock band, like, gameplay in fucking
Uh,
Fortnite? Or, like, are they doing some sort of other interactive, like, music shit?
it could be both.
Like,
Because there have been a lot of like interactive events in Fortnite. Because Fortnite has become a fucking universe at this point.
oh yeah, I just can't stop watching videos of Naruto and Sasuke and them fucking shooting up people.
Oh god, yeah. Oh
Or
yeah.
playing the rip-off Among Us mode that they have.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. For some context, we didn't cover this because it wasn't a big enough story at the time. But yeah, Naruto. There's Naruto Shippuden stuff in Fortnite.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
So,
but
one
yeah,
thing Byron also didn't cover is will Fuser and your other games still be available on Steam? Yes,
yes,
all
I
their games are
forgot
going to
about
be
that.
available on Steam.
Yeah. However,
Probably not
for
future
how,
games.
for how long?
Yeah.
For how long? Because surprisingly, Fall Guys hasn't been 100% moved to the Epic Game Store, though you do need an Epic Games account starting with this next season.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cringe.
yeah, that is kind of cringe. And also, like, look at what happened with Rocket League. Like, it took longer than I had expected, but Rocket League isn't available for purchase on Steam anymore.
Yeah, so.
So this will be a story we'll keep up with if there's any other developments, like if uh the plans do change and there is stuff with Harmonix games being moved to the Epic Game Store. But we got two bigger stories that fall in the same genre.
Yeah, so let's talk about the first one, probably the one I'm going to be the most opinionated about.
Yeah.
So, Nintendo and Panda Esports Global have partnered to create a Smash World circuit.
So, Slade, for viewers who don't know, what is Panda Global?
So, Panda Global is an esports organization. They're probably most well known for the PGR, which is the Panda Global Ranking, where
Mhm.
they rank all of the top Smash players for Ultimate. They did this all the way back in Smash 4. And they also do the ones for Melee as well, though. I think Melee kind of does their own thing with the MIOM and whatnot. But long story short, they hold tournaments, they sponsor a few players like ESAM, Mars, etc. And
Yeah. Yeah, and also YouTuber Alpharat.
yeah, YouTuber Alpharad. And I think the biggest thing is that now they are kicking off what essentially was supposed to be last year's Melee World Tour for Smash.
Yes, that's right. So Panda is proud to announce that they will be operating the first ever officially licensed championship circuit for both Smash Ultimate and Smash Melee. This short series of events based in North America will kick off in 2022 and lead to a single championship with cash prizes for competitors. More details will be coming out in the next few weeks. So before we get into more details, shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, definitely a complete 180 from Nintendo in regards to the Melee community specifically. I think from last year when they were trying to take down tournaments that were being hosted on Slippy,
Yeah.
because, things like emulation and, whether the ROMs were not acquired legally, a lot of gray area there.
Yeah.
Basically, now that they've partnered with Melee, there was obviously a lot of questions about what this would mean for, the Melee scene and whatnot, having a actual tournament circuit that they support. Does this mean that most of the setups are going to go back to being played on GameCube and Wii's with CRTs, or are they going to continue to play it on, PC and emulation? Because tournaments nowadays have been running, on Slippy. Not just online tournaments, but also in-person tournaments.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty much damn near impossible to acquire a CRT in today's day and age. Especially one in, really good condition and whatnot. Yep. So the community's kind of overwhelmingly moved on to monitors and whatnot. And they're kind of using... using emulation to get that same no latency experience that you would get from a CRT for Melee.
Yeah.
So
I'm shocked that this is happening, not just because of all the stuff you mentioned, but because of the whole Smashers, the hashtag speaking out movement of the summer of last year. And all that's come out since.
I think that was mostly, if not 99%, the Ultimate community.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think had too much to do with the Melee community.
Oh yeah, but I thought Nintendo would just be like, "Oh, why do we want our family-friendly brand to get muddied with this water regardless?"
I think that's just really unfair when you kind of paint an entire community as they're all pedophiles and blah blah blah. When
I'm thinking from
when it was really just the actions of 6 or 7 top players.
Well, yeah, but
that are all gone now.
Yeah, when the stories first came out, though, it was like, oh, what the fuck, Nintendo? But yeah.
So, ignoring that take, I think this is nothing but a great thing for both Smash Ultimate and Smash Melee. There's a lot of concern for Melee, like I said, because people are going to be moving on from monitors and running on emulation and whatnot. But actually, it turns out that there's somewhat of a workaround currently in the works. So, for those that are uninitiated, there's a YouTuber that goes by the name of Aziz Al-Yami. He's a kind of a modder for Melee. He releasing a update to Melee that does a lot of cool things, like improved HUD quality of life. There's also you could change tap jump and tilts for smashes instead of C-stick is always just smash. A lot of cool things there, right? But the most important thing is it could change the latency based off of what your console is connected to. So you could change it based off of if your GameCube or your Wii's plugged into a monitor or something like that. It can do that. And the cool thing is that he's able to put this all on a memory card that you can insert into your GameCube or your Wii.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, and it's one thing that hasn't really been covered a lot in regards to this Panda Global circuit. So if they are forced to go back to playing on console, since
Yeah,
it's been overwhelmingly played on emulators.
for a long time.
Melee's been played on emulators since the pandemic started, basically.
Yeah.
Then, if this workaround ends up like panning out, this could be like really huge. Yeah, as I said, man, the Melee community just always finds a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always find a way. So
Yeah.
either way,
And
this circuit is absolutely huge news.
yeah.
Nintendo officially supporting, and for what I hear, actually putting forward like a fair bit of like money as well.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see about that. We'll keep you all updated with any other events. They do say that players from Canada and Mexico will also be able to enter and compete once Panda Global and Nintendo have deemed international travel and attendance at in-person events to be permissible. And a little note at the bottom of the website: in-person qualifiers may be canceled due to situations surrounding COVID-19, which is the absolute right thing to do in this situation. Have this little disclaimer like, yep, in-person qualifiers may be canceled. I am curious what they would do in that instance, but that's for them to figure out, not us.
Yeah, as I said, we don't know how truly on board Nintendo is with like everything in regards to the Melee thing. 'Cause I said they canceled the Big House last year
Yeah.
because it was running on Slippy and whatnot. But then they proceeded to ignore the rest of the Melee tournaments that happened throughout the remainder of the pandemic. So maybe
Yeah.
they thought the backlash one time was enough and they thought they got their message across. You know, make an example out of someone, right?
I think if I remember correctly, the Big House was like an officially partnered tournament. I think.
Yeah. And Genesis is another one of those tournaments, and that comes up. So,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, this is huge. I know like pot is like not like the drug, but like money pot.
the
I
pot
know it's like a
bonus,
big,
yeah,
yeah, I know that's like a big like talking point. Like, oh, it's very low compared to like other fighting games.
not
So
just other
maybe,
fighting games, but other esports in general.
oh yeah, other esports. Yeah, maybe this will help. We'll keep y'all updated on this as we always do.
All right, now for the next platform fighting game that was announced on the same day as this circuit and possibly leaked for months by
Yeah.
HBox. We have a brand new platform fighter by Warner Brothers Studios, MultiVersus.
Yes. So in multiverses, the multiverse is at your fingertips as you battle it out in intense 2v2 matches. Up against Batman and Shaggy, try using Bugs Bunny and Arya Stark. This platform fighter lets you play out your fantasy matchups in a fun co-op or head-to-head fight for supremacy.
Yeah, crazy stuff there. Seems like there's a lot of, Warner Brothers Cartoon Network kind of representation in the game.
Yeah. And speaking of, let's look at the roster real quick. Let's have a look.
Yeah, so we've already brought up Arya Stark, Batman, and Bugs Bunny. But you can see that there's Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, Garnet, Harley Quinn, Ryan Dog, Shaggy, which we'll talk more about Shaggy in a minute. Steven Universe, Superman, Tom and Jerry, and Wonder Woman.
And more to be revealed soon.
Yeah, so initial thoughts on this roster, Byron?
It's Arya Stark is like the most surprising one on this roster. I did not expect a fucking Game of Thrones character.
Yeah, I can't believe, like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like a lot of these other fighters are like expected. Well, except Rhindog, but Rhindog is an original character. It's an OC. Do not steal. Do not steal. But yeah, other than Arya Stark and the OC, the roster's pretty much what I expected.
Yeah, I think by including Arya Stark, they're trying to, like, expand the idea. This might not just be limited to Warner Bros. And a lot of characters in media could be, like, revealed.
Yeah.
Which is pretty insane to think about, where it seems like the competitor for this, which I would call Nick All-Star, seems to be pretty limited in what they could add in comparison to this game.
Yeah, and
this game seems like it's got a blanker check, to say the least.
Yeah. Nick All-Star Brawl is dead. All hail our new overlord multiverse.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of really cool things that are like going on with this game. For one,
Yeah.
the major format of the game is doubles and not
Yes,
singles.
yes, that's right. However, it is not the only. 2v2 is not the main format. There will be 2v2s, 1v1s, and 4-player free-for-alls. But the main gist does seem to be the 2v2. What are your
Yeah. I think that's really interesting that the major format that they're pushing forward is the 2v2s. I
Yeah, that's
wonder if that means for any esports support, that's going to be what they push as like their major. This is where the big pot bonus is. Because I think I've
yeah.
always said for doubles for Smash has always brought a very interesting dynamic
Mhm.
to the series. And I've personally always loved doubles and whatnot.
Yeah.
But having gameplay be balanced around the idea of doubles could be really quite insane. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like keeping an eye on it. I know a lot of people are probably going to be more interested about, oh, what characters from what series get in, and I guess we're going to have a speculation video about that. I
We're
don't know
gonna
whether
have
that'll
to
be
at
pretty
some
soon or
point.
not.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to at some point, like we did with Nick All-Star.
But overall, this definitely was a very pleasant surprise that was announced because you know how much I love to talk about platform fighters and potential roster slots and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a new game to speculate about. Some information about this game. Multiverse is scheduled to release in 2022. It is set to be released on Xbox Series XS, the One, which okay, the PS5, the PS4. Not surprising, they're in PC. It's going to be on PC via Steam. It will have full cross-play and cross-progression support across all launch platforms. So that's huge.
That is huge. And there's voice acting in this one.
Yeah. Oh, I will say, no Switch version. That's a little bit surprising.
Yeah, I think I found it surprising as well because I feel like the Switch is probably the most important platform to probably release these on.
Like
But
you
I
could.
think 90% of people competing in like Nick Alt Brawl All Stars, for example, they're playing on their PC anyway. So
That that's true, but like I'm just still surprised because this doesn't look like a game that's like very like graphic intensive. So it probably could run on the Switch.
yeah, okay. So now talking a bit more about the roster itself.
Yes.
So obviously we've already covered the fact that Game of Thrones is a part of this roster. It's like holy fucking shit. Like
Yeah,
that's completely out of
crazy.
left field.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
think the main thing I took away was a lot of DC representation
Yeah,
between Batman, Harley Quinn, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
that's fair. Yeah, Warner Brothers does own DC, so it makes a lot of sense. I'm not surprised at the amount, but I'm like you have the expected pick: Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Harley Quinn, fairly popular female character.
Yeah, absolutely. I think these are probably the biggest four characters potentially.
Yep.
I don't know who you would include outside of like maybe like Green Lantern or somebody, but
The Joker.
or the Joker. Yeah, actually, now I'm thinking more about it. Surprising
Yeah.
lack of villains here. I guess Harley Quinn is Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn's a villain, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So you mentioned earlier. Let's talk about fucking Shaggy.
Yeah, so let's talk about Shaggy. So obviously, it's kind of strange to see that Scooby Doo, got the axe, right?
Maybe he'll be here later, but
No,
as of right now, we just have Shaggy.
yeah, and obviously, there's a lot of things that are really interesting about Shaggy. The main thing is they went all in on like the memes for the past like decade in terms of like Shaggy having like ultra instinct and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They gave him his meme powers,
Yep.
which is crazy.
What
So
do
like he
you-
could go like Super Saiyan and he can go ultra instinct.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I-
what the
Yeah,
hell?
I think that was from like some like Warner Brothers like ad or something. But yeah.
Yeah, so apparently, if Ultra Instinct Shaggy is canonical, then he's probably canonically the strongest character on the roster by a country mile.
Well, we
which
don't know much
is,
about the fucking like Rhine dog, but
I
like
guess
yeah,
maybe you could make an argument for Superman, but like
yeah. Oh, but
that's still pretty insane that you're getting fucking Ultra Instinct Shaggy of all things.
I really hope. I don't know if it's been revealed yet. Where the fuck is Big Chungus?
Big Chunkus.
Hey,
Wait,
hey,
wait,
you're
wait,
going.
wait. Hold on. I think Big Chunkus is in the game. I think Bugs
Oh,
Bunny has a move that kind of like temporarily transforms him into like Big Chungus for like a few frames. Like it's like
yeah,
a kind of like
yeah,
when Cat Dog like dog goes like really big.
yeah.
I think Bugs has a move like that.
I will say these licensed platform fighters love going in on memes. We had Nigel Thornberry and Nick Allstars smashing. We got
Yeah.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy, Big Chungus. For Tom and Jerry, Tom has his like cowboy outfit from trying to woo female cat.
I
So
think one of his KO screen is his like iconic like scream with ah!
yeah. Oh, like the memes are so great. So
Oh
some more
yeah.
information. Obviously, Slade mentioned it earlier. There's going to be voice acting, which is a huge up from Nick All Star Brawl.
Yeah,
Uh,
honestly, the more I look at this, the more I feel like they're trying to go harder than what Nick All Star Brawl did.
yeah. A few other details. Yes, there will be more characters. There is dedicated server-based rollback netcode to support online gameplay.
That is
So
correct.
that
Very
is always
important for any fighting game to survive in today's day and age.
and this one is kind of a shocker. The only other game I could think with something like this is Brawlhalla. It is going to be free to play with in-game purchases. So that's quite interesting. That it's going to be free to play. What do you think, Slade?
I think what that means is we're in for a pretty large roster post release. Because that tells me they're going to support the game by releasing characters and potentially stages and skins for the characters, which
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know why skins for characters hasn't been a thing in these platform fighters. Nintendo specifically, they could have so many different outfits that are buyable for like all the fucking
yeah.
characters. It's actually quite nuts.
Seems like WB, Warner Brothers, and the studio Player First Games will be on that like a bee to honey.
Yeah, and ultimately it's going to depend on the success of the game too. But
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yes.
overall, do we have a time when they're going to like release it? I know they have
Okay.
play tests coming up.
Yeah, there is a play test. It is set to release sometime in 2022.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, all
Again,
right.
I guess another game you could add to the 2022 list of fucking video games that we
Yeah,
love.
holy shit, 2022 is going to be
Hey,
nuts.
maybe this will get nominated for Game Awards Fighting Game of the Year next.
Hell, it might be a game of the year candidate.
Nah,
Nah, next year's too
nah,
stacked. Next year's way too
nah.
stacked.
Yeah, this year, next year is going to be stacked.
All
But yeah,
right. So,
so that.
one last thing I have to
Oh,
ask before we wrap up the episode.
yeah.
Byron, is there any one Warner Brothers affiliated character you really want? Since we both stand the Crimson Chin and it didn't happen.
Yeah, okay. Fuck. Oh God. You know what? I'm gonna go with an obvious pick. I'm gonna go Joker.
You're going to go with the Joker?
I'm
Okay,
gonna
that's
go with
fair. That's fair.
Joker.
And I'm very iffy whether Warner Brothers has ownership rights over like Cartoon Network characters or
Yes.
not. I'm sure they do, but like,
Yeah.
I'm
If
sure
they
it's
do,
not that black. It's not that kind of dry, right? But
uh,
let's say they own Cartoon Network and Hanna-Barbera and whatnot.
yep.
I
Oh
want
yeah,
to
no,
see.
it's like they do own Cartoon Network. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Steven Universe characters, which is Steven and Garnet. So they do
Oh
own them.
yeah, okay. You're right. You're right. I was just like kind of like thinking.
Yeah. So who's your pick, Slade?
Gosh, it's so hard to choose being on the spot, but I would like to see. I would like to see One of the three out of Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one. That's a good one.
If
Oh,
I had to choose, I would probably pick Ed with the single D.
yep,
You know, the
yeah, he would fit pretty
tallest one.
well. If not, they could definitely probably pull like a Tom and Jerry and just have all three.
All three would be interesting.
Yeah, that would. That would. Yeah, we're definitely at some point in the near future gonna have to do a multiverse speculation special.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really interesting because they have a lot of things they could pull from. And hell, I mean, I think Arya Stark proves to us that literally other forms of media are on the
Yeah,
table as
yeah,
well.
like it's not just cartoons and comics. IRL people that Warner owns can come in on this joint now.
Yeah, so this could get pretty insane. So
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
think that's going to be it for the episode. This has been
yes, it is.
Slade.
And this has been Byron. We will see you all next week. Bye bye.